actually, even though I'm home quarantined. So
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. I'm trying to stay positive as much as possible and trying to work as normal as possible and making things work in the house, which means being productive, I guess, resourceful.
You're here in
Kayo,
the
how's your
Philippines right
quarantine?
now.
Yeah, I used to be based in Los Angeles, California, but ever since I got engaged, I went back to Cebu City, and this is where I'll be basing now. I actually recorded Michael Jordan era 2 years ago, so it's been sitting on the shelf for 2 years, and I've been dying to release it, but my label at that time wanted to wait for the right timing, and it was
Mm-hmm.
really the right timing when we released it this year because I just saw the Michael Jordan
The,
documentary on
the
Netflix,
Last
and then
Dance.
I told the label that yeah, The Last Dance, and I was so inspired. It was very eye-opening
Mm-hmm.
and motivational, and I just thought that it would be the right time to release it because I mean it went number one in the Philippines and in Netflix,
Yeah.
so that's amazing. Hands down to Michael Jordan's team. I think what inspired me was mainly Michael Jordan and his competitive fire and his work ethic that I try to grab on with my music in terms of being competitive with myself. His work ethic alone is inspiring because he's always on time for practices based on what I heard from documentaries and interviews by other players, and he's just
Yeah.
always on top of his game, and that's how I want to have a mindset for myself in music. Well, when I was young, around 6 years old, because I was born in Sydney, Australia, I was actually enrolled in basketball lessons, and I really liked it. I love shooting hoops. I love doing three-pointers. I see my dad, he used to play pro basketball when he was in college. He was on the newspapers, he was on headlines. So just being in that basketball environment really like took a toll on me and said, maybe I should make a song for athletes or about athletes or about basketball and hoops and for the love of basketball,
Mm-hmm.
but in a sense where it also relates to me personally as Karencitta. So yeah, and also my brother, his name is Hans, and he also played pro basketball in his college years. He was varsity of University of Cebu, at University in Cebu. So like, yeah, I mean, yeah, I think
Mm-hmm.
just being in the basketball environment and being a fan of the Lakers team from LA just really pushed me to make a track in that realm. I think that would be very like personal because of the competitive drive. He's very competitive with himself and that fire that never just stops. Based on the documentary The Last Dance I watched, a lot of the players and retired players say that he was very competitive with anyone and in any aspect in life, even though it wasn't sports. And I really want to like adapt that to my personal life, and whether it's music, it's business or relationships, I don't know. Basta competition talaga. I'm very competitive with myself. Say the chorus. And the second verse, because I talk about my dad. I talk about my dad on the second verse. Yeah, I mean, my dad had a very tumultuous life. His upbringing was not easy, and now that he's living a easier life, and I get to help him in that sense. It's
Mm-hmm.
very gratifying. So yeah, definitely the second verse. And my dad is my best friend. I love my dad. I talk about him because he's the most supportive. He drives me to all the auditions. I've been going through like thousands of auditions in LA. He's always been there by my side. He never like gave up on me. I'm bringing back the Michael Jordan era. Papa's hungry in the school up in Zapatera. That was like the second verse about my dad. But the chorus goes like, I'm bringing back the Michael Jordan era. Papa's hungry in the school, left in Sepatera. Now I'm paying for his flights, never stripping for a dime. Karen and Cabrera, I was just taught better. Yeah, I turned my phone up in the studio. Yan. Tita Babes, Michael Jordan Era, my latest single, is now available on all the digital retail stores like Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, Apple Music, and everything else. So yeah, the lyric video is on my YouTube channel. Thank you all so much for streaming, and thank you so much to One Music.